It's been 4 weeks since the semester start. We've been gone through a lot of theory and activity in class. However, there is one theory that makes me feel very interested in it. So, it's the sixth principle of persuasion. According to Polanski, influencing others is not a look or magic, it's all about science. And fortunately, there's also a guideline to reach that. It's called Dr. Robert Cialdini sixth principle of persuasion. This is a theory that covers six principles to persuade or influence other people. All of the six principles will be discussed and supported by the evidence below. The first principle is reciprocity. Reciprocity is a practice of exchanging things with others for mutual benefits. According to Boudreau 2014, the reciprocity is one of the basic laws of social psychology. It holds the meaning that in many situations you should pay back what you receive. According to referral candy, when you give people something, they automatically associate that with indebtedness, which may make them more likely to agree with your request later on. For instance, as the boss invited me out for dinner, the bill would supposed to be divided by 2 because we are all independent people, and it was not a special occasion as well. So, but then the boss tried to pay it all, and then he said that it was his trip. I can do anything but appreciate that. And then a few weeks later, he asked me to stay late at the office to do extra work for him. I cannot refuse at all because something was going on in my mind remind me that I owe him a meal. The second principle is the consistency. According to the founder of this sixth principle, Mr. Cialdini, we are more likely to continue to do something after a time of commitments to that. In other words, their action afterward would be consistent with what they have done before. For example, customers tend to stick with a brand they find it matches their demand, even if it increases the price later on. For example, for Apple phones fans, they would not change to Samsung for any reason, even if Samsung is considered as more innovative than Apple in some function of the phone, because all of the function the Apple phones lover expect to have already had in the Apple phones. The third principle is social proof. Cardello 2014 claimed that social proof is where people look to other behavior as a guidance for themselves. They tend to observe others to make sure that they don't go wrong in public or being criticized by people. For example, that's the reason why many brands tend to use celebrities as their brand ambassador, because celebrities, especially level A celebrities, are rich, fabulous, and have all of the conditions to use best service or product. That's why when they become a brand ambassador, audience will associate their image into that product. They may think that if they use that product, people will look at them as fabulously, and they look at those brand ambassadors. The fourth principle is liking. According to Changing Mind, the keyword for this principle is being friendly. You should show them that you like them. You should show the audience that they are wonderful and they would do the same to you, or else you have to make sure that you talk to them by something that relating to their image or their situation or their friend's situation. The famous example for this is X-Spray. X-Sprays, the brand build many famous advertising campaign, but their key message is only UX. The man can easily get girls. Moreover, the man who appears in those many advertisements are not good looking. They look very normal, not attracted by the outside or even the characteristic. That's what the majority of men in the world find that they can associate themselves to that image. That what makes X very popular. The fifth principle is authority. According to Stranker 2013, it's irreasonable when someone believes in the authority. People cannot have knowledge on a broad scale of everything. They only know what they work or what they grow up into, or That's why they tend to rely on something that make them feel secure or can rely on. For example, Colgate usually use the slogan that very famous. That is the number one brand recommended by dentists. But the word dentist is very objective. Who is the dentist and who's approved those Colgate dentists? Are they quality or are they qualified enough to approve a product? And the sixth principle is scarcity. According to Novotny 2014, people might tend to be less efficient when they feel lacking of something given, no matter it money, time, or health. For example, you could apply the principle into airplane fare. Like you could offer like limited time for super low fare, so that's make people buy more. I'm not following the PR career later on. However, those principle of persuasion may help me a lot into my future career, no matter what career I'm going to. Like if I'm planning going on business, I may have a lot of business deals to persuade people, to persuade them to sign a contract as well. So I think it's very helpful, and this is the end of my video. Thank you so much for paying attention.